That is preposterous, the Nazi scoffed, making his way through the class. You girl, stand up, he said as his shadow fell across Sophie's desk. Sophie leapt to her feet. Frau Volker, she shouted. You must chalk the top student's name, my name. You must do it now. This is positively ridiculous, said the Nazi. Come with me. A hand grasped Sophie's wrist and pulled her to the front of the class. Frau Volker, looking pale, stepped to the side. Now, Frau Volker, Sophie insisted. Now, now, now. The Nazi slapped Sophie across the face, stunning her into silence. Children, he said to the class, look here. He grasped Sophie's hair and pulled it up above her head like she was a bunch of carrots. Look at the tall forehead, he said. We know from science that this indicates laziness. He let the hair fall. The class nodded in full agreement. The Nazi pinched Sophie's ear and pulled it out painfully. See this wide ear that has a point along the top? He asked. This indicates selfishness. He let the ear go and added, the hooked nose reveals deceitfulness. More nods. But Sophie's nose was not hooked. It looked like most everyone else's in the room. This bulge below the lower lip, the Nazi continued, poking Sophie in the chin, shows a jealous disposition. Then he looked back at the class. He had their rapt attention and said, taken together, these traits indicate irremediable stupidity. Children, he concluded, it should be obvious why the mere idea that a Jew could be top student is nothing less than laughable. While the class laughed at the mere idea, the Nazi turned to Frau Volker and asked, who is top student? Frau Volker, perspiring heavily, stepped to the board. She promptly turned the S she had written into a B and finished chalking the name, Bruna Müller. Bruna stood and curtsied. No! Sophie wailed, finding her voice again. That's not right! Frau Volker, that's not right! The Nazi grabbed her again, but this time she struggled against him. She went on wailing, chalk my name, Frau Volker! Chalk my name! Until he dragged her out of the classroom.